All right, let's go ahead and get started, Vincent, if you're ready.
Absolutely. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I see that you're all joining us from all different time zones all around the world. So fantastic to have you here today. A very warm welcome to today's Student and Faculty Roundtable event. My name is Vincent. I'm the Director of Partnership Development here at UBIS. I'd like to start by congratulating all of you on your applications and your enrollment to UBIS. This is really the first step of a very exciting journey and adventure with the UBIS family. So I'm just wishing you all the best as we get started here. Today's session is a great opportunity for you to really meet our faculty, meet our students, but also ask any questions that you may still have. And we really want to make sure that you're well prepared for the next steps moving forward. So as an introduction, let's discuss the UBIS mission statement. UBIS is committed to increasing the quality, affordability, and access to tertiary education around the globe. At UBIS, we aspire to create, build, and enrich lifelong prosperity for the common global citizen by inspiring and advancing self-determination through education. So we are a truly global university. We have some very exciting international campuses, one in Geneva, Switzerland, one in Barcelona, Spain. We also have a diverse portfolio of partner universities all around the world. As we become truly global and we continue to grow, we have also been going through a rebranding process. So some of you may have noticed our new logos on the first slide. We also have a fantastic new website. So it's a very exciting time for us at UBIS. And something that we're all very proud of. So in a few minutes, you'll be speaking to some of our current students on campus, and I know they will share some of the reasons that they love UBIS. But let me introduce you to some of the unique points that makes our university stand apart. The first aspect is links to the corporate world. We have some fantastic partnerships with organizations across different fields within business, finance, sustainability, NGOs, airlines, oil and gas, the list goes on. But this is very, very important for you as a student and a future leader to have these potential partnerships for your internships, but also for career opportunities. As I mentioned in the introduction, we have over 17 partner universities as well, worldwide, in 14 countries. So they also offer the UBIS programs. We have partner universities in France, Azerbaijan, the UAE, Switzerland, UK, the Maldives as well, just to mention a few. So we are truly really a global university with lots of international study abroad options as well. We are a global university, however, we are also a boutique style university. Our class sizes are boutique. So you will have max 20 students in a class. And we believe that this really gives you the opportunity to interact with your professors, but also your classmates who will be from all around the world. So you have opportunities to share business ideas, to learn from each other, learn from different cultures. And of course, your professors will be there. They will know your strengths, your weaknesses, and they will be able to provide you extra support where necessary. We have a strong emphasis as well on practical learning, so your practical experience at UBIS. We believe that for you to be a future leader, you need to have the hands-on learning experience throughout your program. So you will have real-life case studies within the business environment. If you would like, you also have the internship opportunities as well. And our faculty, who you will meet shortly, all come from various backgrounds, different industries, and they really share their first-hand experience and knowledge with you in the classroom. We have fantastic partnership with the United Nations. So our Geneva campus in Switzerland is located about 5 minutes walk from the United Nations and the Red Cross. We're actually located in the diplomatic heart of Geneva. So we have about 70 international organizations surrounding the campus. Again, this is fantastic for those of you looking to study international relations, business, work with NGOs, and again, strong career opportunities within this field. We have over 1,300 students and alumni from over 30 different nationalities. So like the group here today, we are very, very multicultural. Not only our student body, but our faculty, our admissions team, who some of you would have met. We're all located all over the world, from Thailand to Nigeria to the United States. Again, as a future leader, we believe that you need to live, work, and study with people from all around the world. You learn from each other and you share fantastic experiences, but you also make lifelong friends as well. Right, last but not least, you have the hop on and hop off opportunity between the online and the on-ground programs. So as you know, our programs can be done fully online, or they can be done at one of our international campuses, or a mix of both on a hybrid basis. We know many of you work full-time, you have busy schedules, so we provide you with this flexibility to, between semesters, change from online to on campus if you wish to do so. Okay, so with that introduction, let's have a look at today's agenda. So we're going to introduce you to our faculty who are here today to answer your questions. And we will also introduce you to some current students, some of them actually studying on campus in Geneva. And we'll have an FAQ, so frequently asked questions. We'll try to cover as many questions as possible. If your question is not covered, we will have a few minutes where we will open the floor to you to ask your questions. Put it in the chat box, raise your hand, unmute your mic, and then we can have a discussion towards the end of the presentation. And we will highlight the next steps that you need to take to become fully enrolled and ready for your start at UBIS. So with that, I will hand over to the team introduction.
All right, I'll go ahead and actually get started. Thank you everyone for joining. It is a pleasure to see you all, or to see all of you here today. My name is Rafael Salazar. I'm the Chief Customer Officer here at UBIS. I'm sure we'll get, for those that I haven't met, we'll get an opportunity to meet. We have a long journey ahead of us with orientation, first week of class, throughout your program, graduation, etc. But I am looking forward to embrace and be part of this journey with you. It is a great pleasure also to introduce our faculty and staff, and also our students. They are the heart of UBIS. So definitely very excited for all of you to have the opportunity to ask questions and take advantage of this opportunity to get all your questions answered. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and start with our faculty and staff. So Mindy, would you like to go first, and then we can go from there?
Absolutely. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Raf. Thank you to everyone for making the time this morning to join us. My name is Mindy Hamilton. I am the Dean of Faculty, and in sum, I am the person who makes sure you have the best, most dynamic, most educated teachers that any school can have. I want to make sure that this is a wonderful experience for every student here. And the way we do that is to provide the best education possible. And it's my job to make sure that you guys are experiencing the best of the best here. So with that said, I am the Dean of Faculty at UBIS. In a previous life, I was a lawyer. I am originally from Philadelphia, went to law school and at university in New York. And now I teach here, and I'm very excited to be here. And like I said, I have a great team who brings so much experience and education and diversity to our school. So with that said, I want to begin by introducing our first faculty member, who is Dr. Soro. Omar?
Yep. Oh, me already?
Yeah, you're first.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tona Omar Soro. People used to confuse Tona. They think that when they see Tona that I'm a girl, but I said no. So I was born in Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire. It's a French-speaking country. I did my master's degree down there in economy. We have an international program for all African students down there, and I was the top. So one of my professors, Jean-Jacques Lafont from Harvard University and Toulouse, he recommended me to go to USC. That's where I did my PhD at USC in California, applied economy, statistic, analytic, and predictive modeling. And I taught at California State University, Long Beach. And then I decided to work in the private sector. I came to Boston in insurance, doing predictive modeling down there. And then I started working in healthcare technology. And at the same time, I took a computer science degree at UMass Boston, took a couple of classes at Harvard University. And story short, I work at UMass Boston as a lecturer, computer science and economy at Bunker Hill, as a full-time tenure down there. And then in the private sector for Meditech, the weekend. So those are the three places, and then at UBIS. So I'm in academia and the private sector at the same time because I love being in both places. It helped me to take the information from the corporate and be able to apply in the classroom. So, and we're also developing our own firm for electronic health record for developing countries. So it's nice to be here. And thanks for being here. This is a nice place to be. It's a global, international, multiple culture, multiple languages, and with flexibility. And I'm just happy to be with you all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Soro. Dr. Carpenter, can you come next?
Yeah, thanks, Mindy. So it's hard to follow on from that, but I'll have a go. So I'm currently a faculty member at UBIS in Geneva. So I teach here in Geneva. If you come to Geneva for classes, you're most likely to have me at some point in time. I've just finished teaching the capstone class, and we've had 7 brilliant projects of huge variety. So these are undergraduate students right at the end of their UBIS journey, about to graduate next month. My background, I'm a PhD economist, and before that I worked at Ernst & Young. So I bring a lot of private sector experience. I have my PhD in economics and a master's in international relations. So I can really teach the whole breadth of what's covered at UBIS between business and international relations. And before joining UBIS, I spent a long time in another educational institution in Switzerland that's very close by, where I led their outreach and research work on international trade. That gives me, I've been in Switzerland for about 20 years, originally from the UK. So it gives me a lot of international experience, a lot of experience working with people from different places. And that's what I absolutely love about being in Geneva. And I particularly love about UBIS. So happy to answer any further questions later in the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Carpenter. Dr. Giannini?
Yes, let me just try to turn on my camera. Hold on a second, please, Mindy. Because I'm connecting from my phone. Okay, do you see me? Yeah. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Roberta Giannini. I am originally a marketing professor. I have been working for UBIS since the beginning of this year. Currently, I'm teaching multinational management course for MBAs. I am Brazilian from Rio de Janeiro, but I have been living in Barcelona for 4 years already. And I left Brazil actually in 2015 to live in Asia. I lived in Singapore and Hong Kong. Then I also lived in Italy and currently Barcelona. I think that that's my prize, being that global. I have been working at all those places as well, as a consultant, as a professor. So I have been in touch with so many different cultures. In terms of my formation, I have a doctoral in organizational leadership. I'm also an MBA and a Media Studies Master. I have a Media Studies Master. And my bachelor degree is advertisement. And I began my career working with marketing, but then marketing became something else. Marketing became digital. Marketing became technology driven. And so, of course, I follow this trend. And nowadays, I'm absolutely focusing on how technology is changing the way that we communicate, that we exchange, that we promote ourselves and our business as well. And I think that the good thing about being at UBIS right now, of course, I also work for other universities, Swiss boutique as well, and other more traditional ones. But I would say that the particularity about UBIS is being kind of a remote learning for those students being all over the world. So I can be remote, they can be remote. Right now, for example, I'm at a hotel lobby in Windsor, near to London. I'm taking some days off. And even though I can be here with you, right? We can be all connected, people from all over the world as well. I think that this would be something that is something that we should consider, being all together, although we are distant. And of course, the international faculty and international students, they also bring to the cultural part that really interests me. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll be around if you need me at some point.
Thank you, Professor Giannini. We appreciate you coming in so short notice.
No problem.
Very quickly, I just want Professors Goldsmith and McEwen just to say hello. I know we're running short on time already, but Dr. Goldsmith?
Yeah, hi, everyone. Very quick hello. I work in the DBA program, teaching the intro to business research and then the harder areas of the quantitative and qualitative research methods. And hopefully I'll see some of you pretty soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Goldsmith. And Professor McEwen, just a quick hi.
Yeah, absolutely. Cole McEwen, based out of Arizona, but I lived in Argentina for 2 years. I teach undergraduate and graduate level accounting and finance courses and have loved being here at UBIS.
Thank you, Professor McEwen. Thank you to all the teachers who attended. Thank you guys for coming in.
Let's also, and let's also introduce Tanam and Kamal and Ms. Stella. So Tanam, if you can briefly, please say a few words also.
Oh, absolutely. So hi, my name is Matt. My Vietnamese name is Taman, and I've been working with UBIS for over 10 years. So yeah, I love it. And I love my students too. My specialties are in management science, research, and marketing and entrepreneurship. So I would love to answer all your questions if that's your field of interest. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. Kamal?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm Kamal Dadashov. I'm originally from Azerbaijan, but based in the Netherlands. I've been working with the UBIS around like more than 1 year. And I'm honored to be a part of like the big and professional UBIS family. My background is in finance. I've worked in the different financial fields in consulting. And yeah, I'm very pleased to teach at UBIS, and welcome all.
Thank you. And last but not least, Stella, who is our Geneva office manager.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Stella. I'm a front office manager in Geneva campus. My congratulations to you, and it is a black pleasure for me to start working with you and cooperating. Welcome to the UBIS family, and please do not hesitate to contact me if you will need any support or help with accommodation, bank account, health insurance, and so on and so on. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. All right, so let's do the same thing before we start into our Q&A. If we can briefly introduce yourself, that'd be greatly appreciated. I will start with ladies first. So Pragya, why don't I start with you?
Thank you, Rafael. Hey, team. Hello, Professor. My name is Pragya, and I'm in the about to join the 5th semester at UBIS MBA program in international business. And one of the most important things that I love about UBIS is that the concept, they have affordability of education for everyone. And that is something it really connects to me. I'm enjoying the class. Anyone of you really want to know anything about the current program going on, I'm certainly here to help you. Besides that, Valerio is here, Michael is here, and it is absolute pleasure to connect with all the different students at different parts of the world and learn about their perspectives. So it's really amazing joining UBIS. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you. Ivy, would you like to go next? Is Ivy there? Oh, you're on mute, Ivy.
Sorry. Hello, everyone. My name is Ivy. I'm currently a first-year bachelor in international relations in UBIS University. I'm come from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and currently staying in Geneva, Switzerland.
Thank you. Hey, Valerio, would you like to go next, please?
Hi, everybody. I'm Valerio. I'm from Italy. I live in Dubai. I'm a former Air Force officer and professional civil aviation pilot. And I've been at UBIS since January. It's kind of a melting pot of culture and learning, to be honest. It has been quite intense. I'm an active pilot, so I manage my schedule around studying and vice versa. And so far it's been absolutely amazing to success in doing that with the tools of the university. Thank you.
Thank you. Eric, would you like to go next?
Yes, of course. So my name is Eric Murphy. I'm a bachelor student here at the UBIS campus in Geneva. I'm from the US. I've been here in Switzerland for about a year now. And I think one of the things I've really enjoyed about studying in Switzerland is having the opportunity to explore the country and take trips other places in Europe and things like that, and also interacting with such a global student body.
Awesome. Thank you, Eric. Michael. Michael, are you there? I see you.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Pachimensa, from Ghana, currently in Geneva, Switzerland. I was fortunate to start online last year. Currently, I'm on campus. It has been a great experience because I have the experience of studying online and on campus. I must say it's a great experience because UBIS has a multicultural environment. As I'm talking to you, we have many students from different countries. As I'm talking to you now, Mohammed just joined us from Kenya last week, and we're having a good time here. And I like UBIS because of its connectedness with the United Nations and other NGOs. For instance, we had a trip to the United Nations WIPO some weeks ago, and it helps in academic work. UBIS is helping us through many things. We get to connect to the outside world. I must say, Geneva is a multicultural country. Every nation on this earth is well represented here. So to be a very great achievement for every student to be in Geneva, Switzerland. Thank you.
And Adiola, last but not least.
The best for the last, I guess. Hello, everyone. My name is Adiola Odubote, and I am from Nigeria. This is my second year at UBIS, studying international relations. And it's actually almost my second year here in Geneva, Switzerland. And I really appreciate, one thing I mostly appreciate about UBIS is they help you throughout your visa process. And they've helped me, they've helped so many other people from Africa that tend to have difficulties coming here to Switzerland. And they've been very helpful at helping us through our visa process and all of that. So that's something I'm very appreciative of UBIS for. And of course, just as my brother Michael has said, it has a diverse community. And on campus here, we have different people from different nationalities. I get to meet people from Vietnam. I get to meet people from the Philippines. And that's very great because it expands our horizon and gives us new perspective about other cultures and how other people are, getting to know other people without just judging them, without knowing them first. And I really appreciate that about UBIS. And thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Adiola. I appreciate it. All right. So thank you to all the students. So if we can go to the next slide, please, so we can start the Q&A. So what we have done here, as Vincent had mentioned, is our most frequently asked questions. So one of our most frequently asked questions is, what are the credentials and background of the faculty? And Mindy, I know you talked about this a little bit, but do you want to talk on it again?
Sure. All of our faculty have at least a master's degree. Most have a terminal degree in their field, which could be a PhD, could be a DBA, could be a law degree. Our goal is to make sure that you all have the teachers at the top of their field and the top of their education. So they also come from very well-renowned universities all over the world. And so in short, you guys get the best teachers possible, all with mostly terminal degrees in their field of study.
All right, second question is availability, support, and resources. Any one of our faculty want to answer this question? What are some of the resources available and support available for you?
I can kind of get us started there. Each one of our faculty, like I said, is an expert in their field. And their goal when they start the class with you guys is to make sure that you are understanding the information. They are there to support you. If you need extra help, they are there to tutor you. And most faculty offer additional resources and additional readings as part of their syllabus. But don't be afraid to ask. One thing you all should know is that we are here to support you. So if you need extra help, all you have to do is ask for it. Every single faculty member here works here because they want to help you.
Anybody else want, any other faculty members want to add something else to this one?
Yeah, I just want to add that, you know, working with UBIS for so long, this is what I found, right? So you guys are international, you are all over the world, and our faculties are also happen to be international, to be global. So basically what I mean is you can always find someone with the same culture, even with the same language, to help you through your courses. And yes, and of course you can always turn to UBIS platform, the Moodle platform, for the Learn Library, and anytime with our help on campus as well.
Absolutely. We have an on-ground campus at the Geneva location, and there is a library there. My student Ivy often hangs out in the library, right, Ivy? And I know they study together, and of course I always offer to do tutoring as there as well. But as part of your classes, you will see the letters LIRN. It stands for Learn, which is our online library. So everybody here has access to it, and you have access to librarians who will assist you in your research no matter what class you're in. So be sure to check that out when you log into your classes. LIRN, the Learn, is our library.
Thank you. All right, let's move on to the next questions. English is my second language. How can I be successful in writing papers? What resources are available?
Okay, so I kind of volunteered to take this question. So
Okay.
as a native speaker of English, I guess I'm not necessarily the only person who can answer this, but what I will say is everything is taught in English, but This is an international university, and we are all very sensitive that people come from different backgrounds and different language backgrounds, and that working in a second language is nowhere near as easy as when you're working your first language. And I think that I certainly speak for myself, but I'm sure I speak for all faculty members, we're very conscious of that. And you will not be penalized for a kind of a language error that comes from being a non-native speaker. There's a lot of tolerance. And I think English is a very tolerant language in terms of people will try to understand what it is you want to say without any kind of penalty there. And just to add one more thing is that probably there will be other people who speak your language too somewhere within the university. But whilst you're studying at UBIS, it's through working in English, through practicing the English, through hearing the lectures in English, that you're going to improve your English. And whether you're mixing with people who are native speakers who are also using English as a second language, your English is going to improve through your reading and your writing and your listening to faculty. So I would say, don't worry about that. If English is not your native language, that's okay. People are getting degrees from all kinds of language backgrounds. And if you come to Geneva, that's a great place for working in English.
Thank you, Dr. Risa. That was appreciated. Does anybody want to add anything else? I think that was a very good answer, so I appreciate it. All right, if traveling abroad, what resources are available? Estela, perhaps you can take this one.
Sure. So if you decide to come to Geneva to study, or you decide to visit our university or come to the graduation, our university will help you and support in finding a perfect accommodation for you, prepare your visa, your invitation letter, make sure that you have a best health insurance, and if it's for a long term to study here, we will help you and organize to open a bank account. We have an amazing team here. We are supporting our students. So don't worry, everything will be fine.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. You'll have the opportunity to ask additional questions if there's anything else on your mind that you can think of besides other frequently asked questions. So why don't we go ahead for the sake of time and move on to some of our frequently asked questions to our students. So if we can move on to the next. Okay, perfect. Okay, time constraints. How to fit it all in. Valerio or Pragya, I think you would be great to answer this question since I know you both. Pragya, I don't know if you want to go first.
Yeah, absolutely. See, when it comes to time constraint, I would say the classes are pretty flexible. And one of the options that UBIS gives you is that either if it is possible for you to join the class, it is fantastic. You can join the class, participate in the discussions and learn from the live lectures. But for me, like all the terms, I've got like time to join the classes. But this term I had a class 2 a.m. in the morning. The professor is like, so supportive that they understand that this is like some kind of timing you have, that you cannot just wake up 2 a.m. and join the class. They understand you participate in the discussions, written assignments, and you do your best, and they give you the marks. And there is absolutely no hassle. So this is the thing that you can do in any of your terms. There is no time constraint, whether you are in one part of the world or you are in the other. You are in the UBIS and you are in the global classroom. Thank you.
Valerian, would you like anything you want to add?
Yes, as I said, I fly 160 destinations worldwide, so I never exactly know where I am and what time I will be there. So having those recorded classes actually really helped me to not lose any detail of the course. Having said that, it's all about commitment. I'm strongly committed to reach my goals, the MBA, and I have all available tools to do it, which is actually the most important thing. I spend a lot of time on research when obviously I cannot be in class for whatever reason. And normally I prepare myself a little bit early in class and then maximize the results, especially when I have a very, very tight schedule or I travel the world and I always find myself at the opposite time of the previous day due to time zone changes. So I found that very useful. I found that the resources extremely well defined and ready available, and teachers are extremely open-minded. So I never really have any trouble by emailing them, having an answer in 24 hours, 36 hours to manage my own problems if I have to meet them. Thank you.
Thank you, Valerio. So, second question, how interactive is that program? Whoever wants to take this one.
Okay, I go for this. So,
okay,
because of the small nature of the class, everybody is supposed to participate. During the class sessions, we are allowed to ask questions. Whatever bothers you, you are able to ask questions, and your colleagues or either your professor will help you with that. And we have a discussion irrespective of your time. And if you're not able to join live lectures, we have discussion on the course on the platform. We do answer to discussion, reply to your colleagues, and it's a form of very interactive, and it do help because there are people from many different countries with different cultures. So irrespective of where you are, how you understand each question from your home country, you bring it on board. Your colleague student learn on it, and we also share ideas together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Michael. Does anyone want to add anything else to this one?
Right.
All right.
I'd like to say that.
Sure.
I'd like to say that having a small class like this, a small class of 10 to 25 maximum, is very advantageous to students, especially students like me. I know myself, I'm very carried away. And when I see large crowd, I tend to talk too much and get distracted easily. But in a small class like this, the professor tends to reach each and every one of us personally with our questions, and that's very, very advantageous to me, and I'm sure some other students too. So that's one of the advantage of having a small class here at UBIS, and that's very much appreciated.
Thank you, Adiola. All right. Along the same lines, I believe we all have answered this one, but I'll have one of our global students also answer this question. Do you learn in Zoom meetings? Or whoever wants to get this question.
May I?
Yeah.
Sure. So this is a very interesting question. Like, do you learn in Zoom meetings? Absolutely, because the classes are like around 2 hours long, and each professor has their own teaching style. Like, some of them will give you 1 hour of live lecture and 30 minutes or 1 hour of discussion, or they will give you Zoom rooms to discuss. They will give you a topic and you will discuss on that. Or sometimes you can also work on common projects or common papers. So that makes a class really interactive, as well as you learn from different perspectives. As Valerio was saying, he has vast understanding of traveling and flying, and he has knowledge about different cultures, and he brings that kind of perspective in the class. We have Michael, he has different kind of understanding, and I always learn from their discussion answers or their responses in the class. So I would say absolutely, you definitely learn in the Zoom meetings. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, thank you, Pragya. Next question, do I interact with my classmates, and is there a help? Ivy or Eric, or we haven't heard much from you guys. One of you want to take this one?
Yeah, I can take that.
Go ahead.
So, of course, I interact with my classmates for classes that are on ground. Yes, of course, and online classes as well. For on-ground classes, there's always some discussion going on within class. It's typically not just a lecture with a PowerPoint. We usually talk about what we're discussing amongst ourselves as students. And there is help. There's help from professors and there's help from other students. I know that for myself personally, other students have been of great help to me during certain classes on certain subjects. And then the same goes for the online classes as well. There is interaction between the classmates, like some of the others have already said. Of course, a lot of the Zoom class time is for classes that I've taken have been student discussions or small group projects where we might present something at the end of class or something like that. So.
Excellent, thank you. Valerio, anything that you want to add on this one?
No, I just want to catch up with Brian. I mean, it's amazing that we are on the same line with the professors. There is no time constraint. It seems an endless time class because I always concentrate on what I'm doing, what I'm studying. And by reading lots of different students' perspective, that is actually a very unique enrichment that sometimes other university can't have. So it really reached the vision of what I'm doing. It's very practical, and the variety of interaction with the teachers actually really enhance my my skills. That's a very honest view. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, hey, campus life, what is it like? So let's ask one of our Adiola. Do you want to perhaps take this one? Or Eric or Ivy?
Campus life isn't exactly the best. There are a lot of things that should be done, but especially for fun activities. When it comes to sports, I wouldn't entirely blame it on the school because the campus is quite small, and most times we tend to go outside out of our own will. We organize student events to do things on our own individually, but I think there are little fun activities we can still do within the campus that should be implemented. It's something I could talk to Stella about because she listens to us, she has an open ear, and she's very, very willing to accept new ideas. So I think if we can talk to her about things like this, it will be better. But then there are a lot of things that we still need to do to make campus life more fun and welcoming for other students coming to not just come here to study in Geneva, but also come to enjoy the student life and the campus life and all the fun activities too. Because
great. All right. Anybody else wants to add anything? Eric, Ivy.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Adiola just said. The campus is great. The facility and the equipments are very modern. And the rooms are very lively. They have a lot of nature light, and of course, with the help from Stella, she's really helped bring more joy and welcoming atmosphere towards the campus. And every day go to school to me is like a very happy and exciting day. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, and I would like to just add, hello everyone, I'm Michael. Yes, the campus during the COVID, it was like the last 2 years, it was a bit difficult to organize something due to the restrictions of the COVID. But now finally from this year, we are full on, and thanks to Stella, new events are coming, and just be patient, and starting from September, everything will be very active.
Thank you. Oh, hey, yeah.
I just wanted to come in on that one. So, yeah, all of the universities in Geneva were completely closed during COVID, as I think they were in many places. And since around May this year, they have begun reopening. But I think that that's something that people who are coming in September and those students who are still here, I think can look forward to a variety of things over the autumn term and through to next year. What's gone on in the last year shouldn't be representative of what it's going to be, because we really were restricted on the COVID as to what could be done. Yeah, I do believe it used to be extremely lively, and the aim for those of us who are on the ground in Geneva is to get back to that area where that level where there's a proper student community with things to do.
Thank you. All right, let's talk about food, my favorite subject. best places to eat or visit in Switzerland. Eric, would you like to take that one?
Yeah, of course. So if you're in Switzerland, I think the first thing on your checklist should be fondue. There's a really good place by the lake where you can sit outside, and it's some of the best fondue in Geneva. There's lots of different types of food, different types of restaurants in Geneva. It's an international city. There's people from everywhere, so that means there's food from everywhere here. So whatever you like, you can find it in Geneva. Of course, Switzerland has a very unique position right in the middle of Western Europe, so there's lots of travel opportunities for different budget levels. I think what's very popular for students is easy jet flights. Some of them are as cheap as 20 euros. You can get almost anywhere you'd like. And there's also tons of free things to do around Geneva. I just recently hiked the Salève, which is one of the nearby mountains, and it was great. It was free. There's a nice view at the top. There's all sorts of things. I can't speak much on Barcelona, but I'm sure somebody else can.
That's great. All right. How about excursions and field trips? Any student, can you talk about some of the places that you have visited through UBIS? Talk a little bit more about it. Ivy, maybe you want to take this one? Was anyone want to take the excursions? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, yes, I do. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, so this was my first experience being at the UN NKTC UBIS. We had an excursion to the WIPO United Nations there. It was awesome. We learned more. What we didn't know, for instance, what I didn't know, I get to know when we made the excursion to the UN. It has really helped, and the school is organizing much excursion to many international organizations. Can go to the UN again, the Red Cross. Very interactive and interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Anybody else? Oh, yeah, Adiola, you want? I see you had your hand up.
Sorry to take you guys back, but back to the issue of food. Food is also one of my important, most interested topic. And back to the issue of food. Earlier this month, I think was on Swiss National Day, Stella organized an event. It was more like a cultural day, whereby different people from different nationality brought their traditional food to campus here. And it was a very, very educative and fun event. The people from Vietnamese, Swiss nationals, they brought fondue, they brought cheese and all other stuff. Some people from Africa too, Nigeria, we bought jollof rice. People from the Middle East, they bought falafel, they bought some other sweet stuff and all of that. So it was very, very, very fun. And we got to have a taste of each other's food. And for the first time, it was very great. And it's something I'm looking forward to again.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So why don't we, for the sake of time, we want to ensure that you get all your questions answered. Let's move on to the next slide, please. Thank you, everyone, for answering your questions. We truly appreciate it. So, additional question. This is an opportunity for all of our guests and everyone here in the forum to ask any additional question that we may have not covered. Again, we went over our most frequently asked questions. So thank you everyone again for answering, but this is again your opportunity to ask any specific questions that we may have not covered today. So on that note, let's use this opportunity to everyone to raise their hand and comment, or let's use the chat box for that and then go from there. But let's go ahead and start our own Q&A. So I see you had your hand up, Pragya. I don't know if there's anything that you want to add.
Yeah, rather a question. I would like to give additional answer to one of the things that I really enjoyed about UBIS is that we had a class with Professor Kamal Dadashow and for the managerial economics. In fact, we have had two classes with him. And one of the things that I really appreciate about him is that in managerial economics, you have lots of calculations, different new formulas. And if you're not a person from economics background, it sometimes becomes really hard for you to actually solve all those problems. And in the class, professor literally helped to let you solve each and every single formula and helped you to understand how you can really get the answers that I really appreciate. So this is what I really wanted to bring forward, is that if you are struggling somewhere and you see that this is not your forte and you really want to know more, just ask your professor and they will give you best possible solution. Thank you.
Thank you, Pragya. And I see a thank you very much. And I see a full conversation about French tacos, which I almost want to try right now. So you're all making me hungry talking about all this food. So, okay, besides French tacos, are there any additional questions that we have today for our faculty or for our staff? You have a great support system here today. So please, by all means, let's get all your questions answered. I know we're a little bit behind on time, but definitely we want to cover any additional inquiries or questions that you may have. So again, on that note, please raise your hand and we can and you can ask your question yourself, or you can utilize the chat box. And I see Patrick had a question. So Patrick, please.
Yeah, I'll try and be quick here, guys. I know that we're short on time. I'm looking through some of the literature that I've downloaded, and I'm looking at the MBA courses, and in the course details, concentrations are listed. I see that there's an international business concentration course that's listed, and it has all of the details of the sort of the course description in the UBIS documentation. I don't see, I'm trying to determine whether I want to go that path or project management. And the only place I find project management is in the UBIS course catalog, and it calls it a concentration that may be offered by educational partner institutions that students are allowed to transfer into the UBIS program. So are there sort of like two different sections, two different course paths there, or are they one and the same?
I believe I can actually take that one and have Mindy or any faculty member talk about it. So we have multiple options. So as we have a network of about 17 partners worldwide, where our students have the opportunity to take classes or take a concentration with some of our partner universities. We have a partner, if you see on our website and if you visit our campus partners, you can see some of the universities or training centers or educational training centers that we work with. There's the opportunity for students to either go to the training, to go to the partner institution, and also the partner institution on a regular basis is sending students to UBIS as well, where they can complete some sort of a dual degree capacity. So that's something that you can do through any of our partner network, but that international business concentration, it is also available at UBIS. So with that being said, you have the option to do both. Or even if you would like, again, to visit or join an event or anything through one of our partner institutions, that's something that we can absolutely do. We can just orchestrate it when we do your action and mapping once you have started classes.
Okay, that's a good, clear answer for me. Thank you very much.
No problem. All right, do we have any other additional questions? I don't see anything, so we must have covered. I know we're a little bit ahead of time, behind on time, so I'm going through all my Brady Bunch squares to see if I see any other question. Is there anything on the chat box that anyone would like to ask before we move on? Okay, I do not see anything. You still have time to ask, but let's go ahead for next. Let's move on to the next step. So our next steps, it is to attend orientation. It is important as you'll
Sorry,
get to meet.
sorry to interrupt you. I think there's another question from one of the participants.
Okay.
Just in the Sadiq.
All right, Sadiq, please go ahead.
I want to go ahead.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
So I was about to I was about to start next year, and at first I intend to actually go in Switzerland, but right now I'm not too sure. So since I'm using the GI Bill, I don't know if you guys have like any experience with using the GI Bill while still in service and attend like online classes.
Yes, that is a very good question. We had students that have used the GI Bill in our programs, through our programs. We don't have many. I believe there's only 3 students that have done it, but that's something that we can individually meet with you and be able to answer any questions that you may have. Our programs are approved through the VA, so we can definitely possibly assist you in any way, shape, or form. Also, as I was mentioning before, some of our partner universities have also worked with GI Bill, so we have plenty of resources to be able to assist you here and be able for you to be able to complete all your classes in a successful manner.
Okay, thanks so much, sir.
Absolutely. All right. So our next steps, again, attend orientation. You must complete your admissions requirements. So the admissions team is going to be annoying and it's going to be calling you, remind you to complete your final admissions requirements, as it is important that right before class begins, you have your UBIS credentials activated, which consists of your Moodle username and password, your email, and access to any of our additional platforms and resources that we have available, such as our library, Cengage and MindTab, which you will get to learn about it more at orientation or during your individual walkthrough, and our library, as I said before. You'll receive your finals acceptance letter, your course mapping, so you see your action plan from beginning to end, your student ID and personalized student services appointment, where anything needs to be addressed, such as visa questions, accommodation, insurance, network, time of classes with this, future plans, graduation. Those are some of the things that we can cover there. So please, let's not wait until the last minute. We will work one-on-one and side-by-side with you to ensure we support you any way we can, and we make this journey for you a little bit less stressful, but let's collaborate together to ensure that we complete everything in a timely manner, and most importantly, communicate with one another. If we can move on to the next step, to the next slide, please. Oh, I am the okay. So last but not least, again, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. We truly appreciate it. Thank you for our faculty. Thank you to our students. You are the heart of UBIS, so we really appreciate you taking the time and answering some of the questions. We all hope to get to meet one another pretty soon, and again, embracing and work side by side with you in this journey. Again, thank you. We really appreciate spending this last hour and 4 minutes with you, and we'll be reaching out with any follow-ups or additional questions. So again, thank you for taking the time to join us today. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you,
Bye,
team.
guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.